The TCEQ Drinking Water Viewer is an online tool that allows you to search and view data about public water systems in Texas. Looking into specific water systems will provide water system profile information along with sample results and schedules, violations, and enforcement actions. This video will focus on how to find chemical sample schedules for a specific water system and how to calculate the cost of chemical compliance sampling for this year. These are the samples collected by the TCEQ sampling contractor and do not include microbial samples for the revised total coliform rule and groundwater rule, lead and copper rule samples, or other samples collected by the water system such as disinfectant residuals and process control samples. Upon entering the viewer, a search hub will automatically be available. To search for a specific public water system, click on the water system category and type in the water system's name, or if known, their 7-digit public water system ID number and click search. Selecting the water system ID or water system name hyperlinks will open the chosen water system's landing page. For this example, we will use TX1013350 Harris County Mud 433. Find your sample schedules. Opening the menu on the top right side of the screen will show additional fields for the water system. You can easily pin this menu by selecting the thumbtack icon, Pin Menu. To access the chemical sample schedules, select Monitoring Schedules under Schedules. Once on the water system's monitoring schedules page, we'll look under Current Monitoring Schedules and scroll down to Chemical/Other Monitoring Schedules. You can view the chemical sample schedules through the website or click the Export to Excel button to view all data at once if there are multiple pages. Which sample schedules are open this year? To see which chemical sample schedules are open, look under the Current Monitoring Period column. The first date shown is the begin date of the schedule, and the second date shown is the end date. Which sample schedules are due this year? To see which chemical samples are due this year, we will need to know the begin and end dates of the sample schedules and the sample frequency. Some schedules have dates under collection period, which is the specific time frame TCEQ requires those samples to be collected. Some examples of sample frequencies are quarterly, yearly, every 3 years, or every 9 years. TCEQ will collect samples in the last year of multi-year schedules. If the begin and end dates fall within the same year, such as January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2026, then that sample will be collected within the year 2026. If the begin and end dates don't match, such as in this every 3-year schedule for Analyte Code 504 EDB DBCP, January 1st, 2026 to December 31st, 2028, then the sample will be collected in the year 2028 and should not be included in the cost calculation. How many samples are required in a year? To determine how many samples are collected, look in the Sample Count column. Most sample schedules only require 1 sample in a monitoring period, but some may require more, such as the Disinfection Byproducts Phase 2 or DBP2 monitoring schedule with 2 samples scheduled to be collected each quarter. Use the sample count and the frequency to determine how many samples are required in your calculation year. If the frequency is quarterly, multiply the sample count by 4. For all other frequencies, use sample count itself. Look up the lab analysis fee. Lab fees will be updated on the Texas Department of State Health Services or DSH's laboratory webpage. Stakeholders will also be notified of any changes through the Drinking Water Advisory Workgroup. Generally, both the DSH's and Lower Colorado River Authority will use the same fee schedule. Add up the total cost. Now that you have the information, you will need to find your total sampling cost. Here are a couple of things to keep in mind. the facility where the sampling is required. This is the entry in the first column, facility ID, the number of samples required, the frequency times the sample count, and the cost for each sample type required. For each facility and type of sample, multiply the number of samples required by the lab fee. Add up these subtotals to find the final annual cost. Questions? Send an email to pwschem@tceq.texas.gov. Please include your PWS name and PWS ID in the subject line of the email.